Number 10, Dr. Russel Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Energy. Does she agree that the joint scheme initiated by the Green Party and the Government, Warm Up New Zealand Heat Smart, is the best initiative in the draft New Zealand energy strategy because it is providing hundreds of thousands of New Zealand households with warm, dry, energy-efficient homes and creating thousands of clean, green jobs?
The Honourable Heki Parata.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. The Government agrees that Warm Up New Zealand Heat Smart has been an effective program at improving insulation and heating in thousands of New Zealand homes. To date, over 91,500 have been retrofitted.
Thank you,
Dr. Russel Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Will the final version of the New Zealand Energy Strategy change from the version mistakenly released last week and have a greater focus on smart green energy solutions like the Warm Up New Zealand scheme instead of prioritising the development of fossil fuels?
The Honourable Heki Parata.
Mr. Speaker, the Government is yet to finalise its energy strategy.
Supplementary.
Dr. Russel Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Is she aware that if New Zealand goes ahead and digs up its lignite coal, as in the draft strategy, it will result in the release of greenhouse emissions equivalent to 150 times our current annual emissions? And how is that compatible with the 50 by 50 target for reducing emissions?
The Honourable Heki Parata.
Mr. Speaker, the Government has not yet finalised its energy strategy.
Supplementary.
Dr. Russel Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Does she agree that when the Government does finalise its energy strategy, that it would be best if the Government were to embrace a clean, green energy strategy rather than that proposed in the draft strategy, which is to embrace fossil fuels?
The Honourable Heki Parata.
Mr. Speaker, the Government has not yet finalised its energy strategy and these issues are being taken into account.
Question number 11, the Honourable Shane Jones.